Conspiracy to deprive civil liberties, Part 2. These civil right violating framing courts are still refusing to allow me to see my child, now going on 3 years. Subsequently, continuing illegal wiretapping through the FBI to my phones and internet services in a conspiracy to oppress me by and through harassment from different government entities and corporations. Specifically, they've instructed Go Smart Cellular and Clear Wireless to keep my internet service at the slowest possible speed at all times so that I am unable to upload videos to YouTube. The same ordeal happens when I use their public libraries. Other said acts done since my last video harassing me through the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation and third-party testing CDL driving schools, conspiring to prevent me from completing the driver's exam in order to keep me from obtaining gainful employment. At the same time, the District Court of Allentown, Pennsylvania, continues to hold up the case against the Social Security Administration by granting them extensions of time to file briefs and replies. On or about July, when I took the written exam for the CDL, they deliberately manipulated the questions and answers in the written exam, not prescribed by the state CDL manual. When I accused them of altering the exam to fail me and requested a copy of the exam, they refused to hand it over. Corruption and evil besets us in just about every aspect of law. In the family courts, people's children are wrongfully removed from their homes and fostered for money incentives. Many parents like myself are being deprived of seeing their children. In the criminal courts, people are maliciously prosecuted and framed for criminal offenses. In the civil courts, lawsuits are fraudulently dismissed in cover-ups and in favoritism for the party with more money or political ties. Make no mistake about it, we are living in a police state. A right to redress for crimes and human rights abuses committed by public officials is nothing more than a whisper, and freedom of speech can cost you your life. People, beware. They will enter your home like a sneak thief in the night, murder you, and call it suicide. They will attempt to poison your medications, or perhaps plant a bomb under your car. Or they may try to place a GPS in your car and ram you off the road with a truck, like they tried to fails. They will maliciously prosecute you with fabricated evidence, or, as we have already seen, incarcerate you with not even a single valid charge, place you in solitude, and hold you without any court appearances. Democracy in the United States is a complete falsehood. We are under attack by those acting under color of law, and we are living in a dictatorship.
Hello, you have reached the Reading District Office of Vocational Rehabilitation located at 3602 Kutztown Road in Reading. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. For the staff directory, please dial 1. For information and instructions on how to apply for services online, please dial 2. For all other questions, please dial 0. Please hold on while I try that extension. Good afternoon, Reading MR.
Hi, good afternoon. I was there Monday for the app for the vocational program. I was told to call back by Friday to be assigned a counselor.
Okay, hold on. Okay, and what is your first name?
Gilbert?
Gilbert?
Yeah, last name Martinez.
And your date of birth?
10/27/69.
I remember you. Yeah, hopefully she was in. Supervisor was in. I don't know if she got to assign him. She isn't in today. And then she sorts them to people. So I don't even know if she got that far. I mean, they might be assigned, but they didn't get to them. Yeah, it's not assigned yet. She was only here once this week. One time this week. She usually sees him every day. So that is different. But yeah, Steve, you should definitely, when did you, because I always say a week. But did you come in Monday?
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping, yeah, and here I found out she wasn't here this week except yesterday, and they were in a meeting all day. So I would definitely try for next week. You can give a call, but she didn't assign anybody to anybody yet. Okay.
So, is there any way I could speak to her?
She's in here. That's what I said. She's in here.
Oh, she wasn't there.
That's what I've been saying. This whole week she wasn't. When she was here yesterday, it was for a meeting, and then she had left. So when she's in, she'll assign it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So make sure we get it this time. So within next week, it should definitely be assigned. She should be here. Let me see what our schedule says. Is she here next week? Because I know this week she wasn't. I just got a mail on the schedule. She's off all next week. So it's probably not going to be signed till the following week. She's the only one that does it.
So that's the only way I could get approved for a program is to wait on her?
What do you mean, proof of program? I'm confused.
Well, I came to you guys to get apply to try to get into a CDL program at BERKS County Technical Institute. So I'm trying to get approved for that program, which starts soon.
Okay. Yeah, we usually tell people if you're looking to start school in like 6 weeks, no. Because they tell them that in that amount of time, it's till we have to, get medical records, do different things, and the whole bit. I mean, it's a process. Okay, then she has your medical records. But we didn't even assign it to a counselor yet.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm trying to get approved for this program.
I know. Well, it takes about 6 to 8 weeks for people to even say they're eligible, and then to even help with schooling or anything if you are. I know everything comes out of Harrisburg, and that takes 10 weeks. So
it was a long time.
it's a process. It's definitely a process. Things don't happen only in a couple weeks. I didn't know when you were looking at it because I know there's different times for it. So just, you're just here Monday, they're going to say, we usually tell people 2 to 3 weeks, but usually she's here. Now, she hasn't been here. She was here last week. She was at a lot of training meetings, and she wasn't in the office.
She told me she was there Monday.
She was here. Monday. She was here in the morning. She went to training, and then yesterday it was staff meeting all day because I was in it. It was mandatory. All of us. And next week she will not be here.
So I can't get enrolled in this program. That's what you're telling me. Or even approved or denied. I was just gonna be,
Well, I don't understand because normally it takes about 2 weeks to get assigned to somebody, and I told you that. And now it's like because she isn't here within 1 week, and I said, you can try. Maybe it will be assigned, maybe it won't. Now I find out she's not going to be here next week, and now you're like, normally it used to take people 6 to 9 months to get assigned to somebody. And that's no lie.
I'm not trying to be argumentative with you, but I mean the point.
No,
but point of me driving over there to get to fill out the application was not to wait.
I understand that, and we filled it out. It's there. I mean, I don't know how far it is. Hopefully, like I said, if I see that it went through, I'll check on it. I'll give you a call. But we don't know who your counselor is going to be. We'll definitely find out. I'll check on it. If it goes through, I'll let you know. Okay? I don't know. Like I said, she will not be here next week. I do not know if it was assigned. I do not see anything. But she would have had time yesterday to do it.
All right, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Afternoon, BERKS Career and Technology Center. It's Carol.
Hi, Carol. It's Gilbert Martinez. Robert called me back, told me to come down to the office. Did you speak to him?
I didn't speak to him. I don't know if the administrator might have spoken to him. Did he say what he wanted you to do when you got here?
No. He said we'll discuss this when you come down to the office. I said, well, they're calling you right now. She said she's going to call me back in 5 minutes. They're calling you right now.
Okay.
So, what's the story?
I'm not certain. I just relayed the message. So, but if you want to come down, then he would meet you here. Is that what he said?
I don't know. I don't want to waste a trip. I don't have to waste a trip. He said he couldn't do the test now.
Right.
Okay. I said to him, I'll come right now. He said, I can't do the test right now.
Okay.
And so it takes 2 hours.
Right.
So I said, well, then we'll reschedule it. And then he said, then he was rambling on that I got, that he's got to pay an instructor and all this, that, and I don't know what he's talking about. Ain't he the instructor?
He has a number of instructors. Mm-hmm. He's not the only one who does the class or the testing. There's other people too.
Because I thought he was my instructor.
Right. Not necessarily. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You'll get to meet a lot of instructors, but for the test, there's different people who are certified to do it.
Okay. Well, what the bottom line is, I do get 3 chances, right?
Well, that's something for the administrator and him to talk about. That's why I said I only relayed the message.
All right.
But
that's what you guys told me when you took my money. So
that is what we said. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I do. Do I need to come down there to reschedule it, or can you straighten this out with him? How do you say?
I can have the administrator touch base with him, and then I can get back to you as soon as I hear what the verdict is. When they're going to reschedule you, I can do that for you.
Okay, because I could come if he's willing to do it right now. I could come right now and do it also.
Right.
I want him after. He's there now. If he's willing to do it now, I'll do it right now.
He probably has someone else scheduled, and that's probably why he said that more than anything, in terms of coming in today. So he might not be able to allot that amount of time because he has someone else scheduled. So it probably would have to be rescheduled for you. So let me just see what I can do to contact the person who coordinates all the programs and get back to you, okay? I will call you back. I won't forget you, Gilbert.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Speaking.
Hi, Vicky. Can I speak to the administration?
For what area?
For the CDL program?
For CDL? Hold on and I'll transfer you.
Okay.
Good morning, BERKS Career and Technology Center. This is Carol.
Hi, Carol. This is Gilbert Martinez. You remember me?
Yes, hi Gilbert. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
I administrator, like, remember we spoke last time and you told me to speak to the administrator about some of the things that I wanted to find out.
Okay, you wanted to talk to Kim? Is that what you meant?
Jen, that's her name? Yeah, I guess so.
The lady that you talked to before?
No, the person that's head of the administration.
Yes, that's Kim. Hold on just 1 minute, okay?
Yep.
Gilbert, hold on, no transfer you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Hello?
Yes,
Hi, this is Kim. Can I help you?
hi Kim. I had previously scheduled an appointment for a CDL test, and I was told that I would get 3 chances on the test, and then after I paid it and everything, the instructor said no, it was either pass or fail, and I had to get refunded my money back. And the reason why I'm calling is because I spoke to the Department of Transportation, which stated that that the schools have to give you 3 chances.
Right, you get three chances. The Department of Education rules are you get 3 chances to take your test. If you are here at the school, they give you 3. Like you came through the training, you get 3 chances. If we are a third party service provider, and you only get 1 chance when you're just taking the test here.
That's not what I was told. I was told that that there's three lots on the permit, and every school is required to give you 3 chances to pass the test. That's what.
Did you explain to them that you were just taking the test for the first time and you weren't trained here?
Yeah.
Okay, who did you speak to? Because I'll call the Department of Transportation because that's not correct.
I just spoke to somebody there, and I also spoke to somebody else at another school who said the same thing. That's why they have three things on your permit.
Okay, can you give me some names and some numbers, and I'll make some phone calls?
I'd have to get back to you with the names because off the top of my head, I don't know the names, but.
If you give me, I will definitely research it because my understanding and our understanding as a third-party tester, and we're approved by PENN, and we operate under their rules, is that it's only 1 time.
Yeah, well, they have. If you look at the permit, there's 3 slots for to pass or fail on the permit, and that's what a number of schools have told me, and except that you're the closest school to me, so that's why I went to use first, And when you took the money, that's what you told me. You advised me that it was three chances to pass the driver's exam, and then
And that is correct. When we train you here at our facility, we give you the 3 tries. Okay, and we do. But when you're trained somewhere else and you come here, our cost for the test is either the $275 or the $175, whether you use our truck or not. And it's 1 try. It's 1 shot and done. So if you don't pass in the first time, then you need to pay another fee to be tested. But we do give everybody 3 tries if they are actually coming through our school.
Yeah. Well,
But if you weren't trained here and you trained somewhere else or didn't train at all and you come here, you can get all 3 tries. You just have to pay every time you fail. So you would pay for the first one, and if you don't pass, then you can come back and pay for the second one, and if you don't pass, you can come back and pay for the third one, and hopefully you pass by then. But it's not one, we are not required to give you 3 tries under the first, time that we build you, we charge. If you pay for each individual try that you try to take the test.
well, I'm pretty sure that you're wrong about that, because I spoke to them just 5 minutes ago, and they told me yes.
Okay, well, call them back, find out who you're talking to, because I will call them directly. Because we are approved by the PENN, and we went through all of their training. They came here and did an audit and an assessment, and they know what we gave them our fee schedule. So we need to make sure that it is correct. So if you can give me some names and numbers, we can certainly make the call.
Right. Well, I don't, not to mention that, you guys, when I already mentioned that, when I spoke to them and they took the payment for the testing, they said it was 3 chances, and then.
Well, right. She was thinking that you were trained here, but it was.
No, she knew I was not trained there. She knew I was fresh off the street, and I'd never been to your school before, and she gave me when she took the fees, she told me it was 3 chances, but then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I apologize that she made a mistake. That is not correct.
Then the instructor changed it, and at the last minute.
Yeah, the instructor would have to.
Well, if I was you, I would call them up, because, I could get you the name. I could call you back in 5 minutes with a name, but I'm definitely, I spoke to numbers of schools, and they told me the same thing, that it's 3 chances.
You do, and that's correct. You get 3 chances. However, you get 3 chances if you come through our program. But if you don't come through our program and you pay just the school as a third-party provider, you pay for each test, whether you pass it or fail it.
Well, that would be a 3. That would total amount to like $750 to get licensed.
Right. If you fail for all 3, it would even cost more, because then you have to go back and get your permit all over again.
Even the Department of Transportation gives you 3 chances when you go over there.
Right. And I guess where you're not hearing me, sir, is we're telling you that we'll give you 3 chances. However, the cost of those 3 chances, it's $175 each. You pay for the first one, and if you don't pass it, you have to pay for the second one. We're our cost structure, whether you choose to go to us or you can go for free if you wait for PENN. If you just go to PENN and register within 6 or 8 weeks and take your test there. But people who use our service are the ones who want to get their permit or get their test done immediately, so they can go right into the workforce. And they don't want to wait that time for the convenience of not waiting that 6 to 8 weeks. That's why that charge is there.
I know why you're charging, but the fact that you're charging 3 times for the test is not in accordance with the Department of Transportation.
Right, and that's where I'm disputing that. That's not true. And if you give me who you talk to in the Department of Transportation, I will talk to them, because, one, we have to know the real rules, and we think we know them because we've had the audits and we've had their training. But if it is different and you're just not understanding the situation as I'm explaining it to you, because we gave you 3 tries to take the test, if you are trained here, if you are coming from another trainer provider, or you had no training at all and you're going to get in the truck we're going to charge you each time you take that test, whether you passed it on the second time or the third time. You pay each time.
So you gotta pay $275 each time to take.
If you fail the first time, then you pay again. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I will give you the. I'll call you back with the instructor's name, and then you could
Okay,
call them.
that would be great.
Because and, you know, I'm not trying to make a big thing about it, but the thing is that, you know, if the schools are just doing whatever they want to do, not, you know, abiding by the rules of the Department of Transportation, that's not fair to me.
Well, we are abiding by their rules, but if we can find out different, we certainly would change that. However, I know that that's not the case, but I will talk to somebody at PennDOT. I'm willing to talk to them.
Well, I would just say this, that, you know, technically you've entered into a contract with me when I paid for your services, and the fact that you've already told me that was 3 chances, and then changed that, and I had a refund, you technically broke the contract.
Right, and I guess and I understand, and that is a good thought. However, when she made a mistake telling you the wrong information, she's relatively new, she didn't understand, you know, that, and when the instructor tells you, sorry, this was a mistake, you know, it's not like we're breaking the contract. We just literally cannot give you 3 tries. It would cost us more money than just, it would be, you know, if you fail all 3 times, you're using our instructor time and our instructor, the resources for the truck and the fuel. We have to be compensated by that. We're a nonprofit organization that supports the school. We can't, you know, give those services away because one woman who was relatively new to our company, to the CDL and the school, misquoted whether you got 3 tries, and we refunded your money 100%. I'm not sure how, you know, you would think that, oh, we're not trying to do our best here.
Well, you know, the thing is that you guys were closest to me, and then I had to go to another school, and then after.
Did you pass at the other school when you took a test?
No, because they wouldn't give me the exam, and so I wasted.
They wouldn't give you the exam?
No, after they set me an appointment for the exam, they wouldn't give me an exam. I went all the way down to Lebanon, and they wouldn't give me the exam. So I'm seeing, you know, like a pattern.
Why wouldn't Lebanon give you the exam?
Well, because they said that I needed. After I went over there, they said, and that after she took the permit, she said that I couldn't test in a Class B vehicle with a Class A permit. But they already knew that I was going to test in a Class B vehicle, and she took the permit and made copies of the permit. And after I went to their site where the trucks were, they told they then changed their mind and said I couldn't take the test with a Class A permit for a Class B vehicle.
So you have a Class. They're telling you if you have a Class A permit, you can't test for Class B?
Class B, right.
I'm not sure that that's correct either. I definitely, did you ask PennDOT about that?
Well, you know, I'm getting a lot of harassment through PennDOT, and you know, and then it seems like it's fanning off into into the schools as well. And it's like,
it may be better for you just to go to PennDOT and take your test. It's free, you know, just schedule it and go there.
Yeah, well, that's another problem, because every time I go to schedule a test, they say that they don't have no openings. So.
Well, yeah, especially locally. I had to take my son to Carlisle. I literally drove all the way to Carlisle so that he could get his test. So just availability in this area is, you know, again, 6 to 8 weeks out, and hence third-party testers.
I see. Well, you know, the thing is that I'm seeing that is that, you know, everybody's telling me things that even ain't according to Department of Transportation rules, because I'm looking at, they tell me that I gotta get a Class B permit to take a Class B license driver's exam, but I'm looking at the website and I'm looking at the fact sheet, and it doesn't say nothing about that.
Right, I know. That's why I was curious why they said that. Yeah, you can. We have people who test here, with a Class A license, and they can get their B. There's no. I mean, you don't need just a Class B permit.
Yeah, because I'm the way I always understood it is that a Class A, you can drive a Class B or C, so why can't you?
That is correct, yes, that's correct. You can, if you have a Class A, you can drive an A or a B.
So why can't you test with a,
it's not true, basically.
Yeah.
That is not a true statement. Yeah.
You're right, I know that. I don't want to, take up much of your time, but I will get you the name, and and if you tell me, if you speak to them and you say you can't test me, and I haven't been licensed for CDL in some time, so I'm a little worried about taking the test, failing it, and then I don't have the money to pay a second and third time.
Right, and just I understand completely that you are worried about passing the test. However, I can't allow the school to compensate and be held responsible if you're not you're not able to pass the test. I can't use the school's resources. You don't want to pay for it. Well, obviously the school isn't going to pay for you to come and retake a test that you failed, when our fee schedule says if you fail that test, you have to pay to take it again. And so, hence it's one time, one shot and done. You pay the fee. If you fail, you have to pay again. And I understand completely your concerns, but I have the same concerns that I have to protect the access of the school.
Right.
I can't test you, unless you agree to pay each time.
Well, do you want me to call you back with the name of the person I spoke to?
Yeah, sure, absolutely, because I want to make sure that we're doing the correct thing.
All right. What's your? Can I have your direct number?
Yeah, 610-621.
Okay.
8878.
8878. Okay.
Right.
I'll call you right back.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Permit, wait 15 days, and then you can test. Okay? So they probably would have explained that to you if you mentioned that to them, because I knew that didn't sound right, that they wouldn't test you. But Lebanon could have tested you, or can test you if you go back for your Class B permit and wait 15 days.
Okay.
Okay? And then I asked them about our pricing structure, and she said that yes, that we're fine. The way we're charging is we charge for each time separately. Like I explained to her that we go and we say, okay, you have 3 chances on your permit, but every time you want to test with us, okay, whether it's the first, second, or third time, there's a charge. And she said that's correct. So we're doing exactly what PennDOT regulations tell us that we can do. It's just that the way Lebanon did it was, or was that Lancaster? There's like you said, there were $300 for the 3 tries. Well, we don't package it as a 3 tries. We just say 1 try, here's your cost. Second try, here's your cost. Third try, here's your cost. So she said that was fine.
Who'd you talk to in PennDOT?
Somebody at the center at the Penn. I called PennDOT.
Well, I got 3 other representatives that said it was different.
Mhm. Well, again, we researched it and we are following the letter of the PennDOT law. So I just wanted to. I told you I would call you back after I called them, and I was able to get a hold of them last night. So, and again, that's why Lebanon didn't test you, because you don't have the correct permit. If if you want to be tested for a B, you have to test on a B permit.
I thought you said you test people there at your facility with an A permit.
Yeah, I did, and then I checked with our examiners, and he said, yeah, he makes them go and get their B permit, and then wait 15 days, and then they can take the test. So it's exactly what the PennDOT lady was saying when she confirmed it.
So you're saying I gotta go retest for the B permit?
Yep, if you want the B test, you have to take a B permit. You have to get a B permit, and you have to wait 15 days after you get it.
That's not what they told me.
Well, you need to take notes then, because I talked to PennDOT and I talked to our examiner, and that's what they're telling me. So, find another school that can help you, but we have to go by the letter of the law, and we cannot test you if you have an A permit and for a B unless you go back and get your B permit.
Well, let's just say one thing to you. On your receipt, it says 15, it says CDL, third party testing, number 15, CDL, 3 tests.
Mm-hmm. I can look to see what the the receipt looks like. I'm not sure what it says. But what does it say? Third party test, that's what we have, right?
Third party testing, number 15, CDL, 3 tests.
15 CDL, and then what else?
3 tests.
That's just our code for third party testing.
3 tests means three chances, no?
No. It's our code for the 15 CDL, that's our computer code for third party test. You only have so many letters you can put in our computer system. That's what that means.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? Just thought I'd let you know. I followed up on it.
I think you're still wrong.
Okay, well, you gotta think whatever you think, but we researched it and we're good. So, sorry we couldn't help you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Every other school is doing what they want to do. That's what it comes down to.
Sure, you can package the third-party testing and charge whatever you want. It's up to the school. And we do it individually. Some people put them together, some don't. It's up to the school.
No, I don't think that's accurate, and I don't think it's fair to
Again, I checked with PennDOT. It is correct.
Yeah, well, PennDOT's a liar. Whoever told you that, they're lying.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't help you, Gilbert, but I did check it out. So.
Okay.
All right. Well, you have a good day.
Hi, the truck driving school.
Hi, this is the one from Lebanon.
Yes?
Hi. I was wondering because you had set me an appointment for.
Right, and I called you the other week and told you I had an appointment up with automatic, and you never called me back.
No, you told me you would call me.
I did call you, and I left you a message telling you what I had available, and you did not call me back.
I didn't get the message. I'm sorry.
I called you on 8/6 at 10 a.m.
Really? I didn't.
Yes, really. I have it written on my note here.
Okay, I believe you. I just didn't get the message.
So the best I can do for the Class B would be 10 o'clock on Thursday, and it's going to be a 6-speed.
6-speed.
Yep.
Okay.
So 10 a.m. this Thursday, the 13th.
Is that I was talking to the other lady, and you had told me that I get 3 chances, right?
You have 3 chances on 1 permit to take the test. So you have 3 chances on your permit. You have 3 empty blocks on your permit. So if you do the range and you do your pre-trip inspection with your air brake check, that's your first block. The second block is your skills. The third block is your road. So if you fail all 3 of those, you have another slot to do the same thing, and then you have another slot to do the same thing, and then you need a new permit.
You're confusing me.
When you come do this test, you have to do your pre-trip inspection with your air brake check. That's the first part of the test.
Right.
part would be your skills, which are your maneuvers. And the third part's your road. Okay? Now, if you look at your permit, you have 3 blocks and 3 chances to take the test.
Right.
So, if you flunk all 3 parts tomorrow or Thursday, you have another shot at taking it. And if you flunk all 3 parts again, then you still have another shot at taking it. And then after the 3rd time you take it, you need another permit.
Okay, I got you. So I'm saying, okay. Then
So, you would have to fail everything 6 times, 3 each.
Okay.
In order to, you'd have to fail all your skills, all your pre-trip and air brake the whole 3 times on your permit and your skills on your road
Okay. So
before you get a new permit.
I'm gonna do all 3 in the same day, right?
Yes, you're going to do all 3 in the same day.
Okay.
So whatever part you don't pass, if you don't pass a part, so let's just say you did your pre-trip, your skills, and you went in the road and hit a curb. That's a failure. So you would have to, then you have 2 more chances to take your road
Okay.
on that permit.
I got you.
Because you already used up the chance when you hit the failure for the curb, so now you'd have 2 more chances on that permit to take the test.
Okay. Now,
And you would just have to take the road portion because you passed the other 2 portions.
as far as the exam goes, everything will be the same that's in the book as the manual?
In your white book, it's going to be your same pre-trip air brake and skills. Your road is going to be an actual road course.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's everything that's is covered in the pre-trip
Right.
in the manual.
And the back of the white book is the same thing that's given on the test.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yep. So did you want the Thursday at 11?
Thursday 11, yep.
Okay, so we're going to put you on Thursday at 11. Be here a little early so we can get your information, your license copy, your permit, and all that stuff. And do you have a medical card?
I don't have the medical card. I need it, though. Yes, sir?
Well, you should have your medical card. How did you get your permit without showing proof of your medical card?
I don't know because they just make you fill out a form there.
Right, but usually there's a certification of your self-certification for your DOT physical.
Yeah, they didn't ask for any of that. They just give me the permit.
Well, I would go and get that DOT physical because if you don't pass the physical, you don't get to get the license.
Yeah, okay.
So I would go get your physical either at Med Express or the Corporate Regain here in Lebanon. Do a walk-in.
Which ones did you recommend?
Either Med Express on 72 because they're walk-in from 8 to 8.
Med Express.
On the corner of 72 there, where Ruby Tuesdays is.
Okay.
Or the Corporate Regain, which is at the Good Samaritan Hospital.
Corporate Regain. Okay.
And they do both walk-ins. You can just walk in and get the DOT physical.
They're both in Lebanon, right?
Yep, you got it. You live in Lebanon, don't you?
No, I live in Reading.
Reading. All right, well, the occupational health there at the hospital will do it. At the Reading Hospital?
Oh, at the Reading. Okay.
Yep, they have a walk-in clinic there.
Okay, great.
Okay?
I appreciate it. And I'll see
Sure,
you
we'll
Thursday.
see you on Thursday.
10 o'clock. You want me to bring the permit, the actual permit, right, with me?
You have to bring both your permits, your driving permit and you should have got 2 permits. One that says this is a driving document and then the one that says you passed your written test.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, we'll see you Thursday.
Thank you, dear.
Bye.
Nice day.
Gilbert,
Yes.
this is Greg Aversa with the Sage Corporation.
How you doing?
Are you there?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah. Well, I talked to our director in Lebanon, and she explained pretty much the same thing you had explained to me, that there was a mix-up on when that testing would be done. And I'm going to suggest to you, because you mentioned to her that the Reading people would be willing. They can test on an A and B, which I don't understand, but if that's the case, then that's maybe what you should do is go to the BERKS Technical Institute. Because they probably have a Class B there all the time, where ours is one we only get in when we have enough students to do a Class B.
Yeah, well, I'm thing is that I went to the Berks Technical Institute originally before going to your school, and I paid them for their services, and then they went, and after I paid them, when I paid them, they said I had 3 chances to complete the test. So if I failed it the first time, I get a second chance, and then a third time. And then when after I had paid them, the date of the exam, they went and changed it and said that I only had 1 chance, pass or fail. So it's, seems to me that, both schools, are in this thing, trying to prevent me from getting my CDL, so I can't obtain gainful employment. And that's what it seems to me, because both schools she did some things there that weren't, that just seems that there's like a pattern there of people trying to keep me from obtaining my license.
Well, I'm sorry that that's the way you feel about it, but I'm pretty certain Lebanon isn't doing anything to prevent you from getting your license.
Well, I just see that, in the first place, when I went to your school, she told me, at first she told me 10 o'clock, and then she changed it to 11 o'clock, and then when I went over there, she tried to say, oh, I told you at 10 o'clock, you're late. So, I mean, it's like she's, almost like she was looking for a reason to not give me the exam. And then she sent me, rather than to 5th Avenue, she sends me to 5th Street to get the, to do the exam. And your location, your site location is on 5th Avenue. So why would you send me to 5th Street, Then when I get there, after she's already made copies of the permit, and knows that I have a Class A permit, okay, she, after sending me to the site, I was lost for about half an hour looking for the school, the site, because she said 5th Street instead of 5th Avenue, and then when I get to the site, they turn around and tell me, oh, no, we can't, you got a Class A permit, you can't test for a Class B license. So, I wanted to, there's, just too many things there for, that just shows that she was looking for an excuse to not give me the CDL exam,
Well, I'm sorry that's what your feeling is about that, but I kind of doubt that. Why wouldn't she want to do whatever she can for you?
Well, it's the same as, like I said, is the same instance with the other school as well. They gave me, they told me it was three chances. They gave me the receipt. It says it on the receipt, 15. It says number 15 CDL 3 test. And then they changed it and decided that they were going to change it and alter it and say, I only get 1 chance to pass or fail. And so I had to take back my money from them, It's the same thing. So there's a pattern there, I'm being harassed by the Department of Transportation, and it's extending off into the schools now as well.
And you don't feel that you're responsible in any way for all of that?
Am I responsible?
Yeah.
Well, as if in what? That you file a lawsuit and you should be harassed by state officials and everybody else that decides they want to join in?
No, that you got the time mixed up when she told you a certain time.
No, I have the times. I have the time down. I had the time. I wrote it down, and and she said 10 o'clock, and then she switched it to 11 o'clock, and then when I got there 11 o'clock, she said, "No, you're late. I told you 10 o'clock," which was a lie. She switched it to 11 o'clock, and then when after she took the copies of my permit and sent me to the site, and rather than sending me to Fifth Avenue, she sent me to Fifth Street. And so I'm over here, lost looking for this site, and then all the time I'm on Fifth Street and I can't find it. And then when I called back, Emily told me no, it's Fifth Avenue. And I went to Fifth Avenue, then they switched the other, told me I couldn't take the test.
Well, let me talk to them again and see if there's anything more we can do. But I don't know. She's
And my son was standing right there when she said Fifth Street to me to go to Fifth Street. And then when I confronted her about it, she said, "No, I didn't say that. I said Fifth Avenue." And just like she did with the time, she did the same thing.
How old are you now, Gilbert?
I am 45 years old.
Oh, sure. Okay. Let me talk to her again. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay?
Okay. Appreciate it.
Hi.
Vocational rehabilitation. I'm returning your call.
Oh, great. I was just calling you from I'm speaking to Rhonda.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to help you out if I can. I just need to get some information from you. Can I start off by getting your address?
Sure. It's 1706 Cotton Street.
Okay, in Reading, PA?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to pull up your case while we talk. So I want to know what is going on,
Okay.
with the service you're receiving.
I called on Monday to try to get them to approve a vocational for a CDL program, and she said she'd send out the package and the app and whatever, and I said to her, no, I'd rather just go over there and fill it so that way I could speed up the process on this. And then I gave her I brought her my medical records and did the app there. She said at the end of the day, she would speak to us. She said when I was leaving that she was going to give it to the supervisor, and that the supervisor would assign me somebody, a caseworker or whatever. And then she said to call back Friday. And I waited till Friday, and I waited till today, and I spoke to her, and she said, well, the supervisor was there only one other day, and they weren't, that she didn't have time to assign me somebody. And she said, and she's not going to be in next week, and she won't, and you probably won't get somebody assigned for a couple of weeks. And then we spoke about the process, and I was like, how is this going to, how do you, she said, well, mostly it could happen in a couple of weeks, or it could take up to a couple of months. I said, well, she was like, and that's kind of fast, because we used to take 10 months to do this. I said, it's ridiculous, I'm trying to get some employment, I'm trying to get approved for this course. The course starts soon,
Right. I understand that, you want to get started and get moving. Now, it does not take 10 months. It doesn't take anywhere near 10 months to get assigned to a counselor and services started. But by law, from the time that you submit your application, we have 30 days to assign it and contact you. So the reason for that is because, they have to look at your geographic area where you live. Some offices, and this may not be the case for Reading, but some district offices, they serve a lot of different counties. So there are certain counselors that only serve that county, so they have to determine who they're giving it to. But you did, what you can do for this part of the process, you expedited completing the application, getting the medical records, providing that to OVR. So what I would say is, if you do not hear from Reading, within 30 days, then there is an issue.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping that it wouldn't take 30 days. The course starts in July 13th, and the thing about it is that, I've been on, I was denied disability, and that application's been pending for 4 years, and denied all the way up to the commissioner's review board, and I got a case pending in the district court, which is being held up for a year. That's nearly going on for almost 5 years. I'm trying to get disability and I can't get it, and I'm on public assistance. And now that I decide, well, okay, you don't want to give me the Social Security, and I don't want to be on public assistance, so I'm trying to get some, a CDL course so I could go to work, and I can't even get that.
Well, you will get it, but unfortunately, like I said, it does take us some time. But again, it can't exceed the 30 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my direct number. And I'm going to mark this. I keep a file on everybody that calls in, and I will mark this date. I will actually mark Monday's date. But if you do not hear anything, you just give me a call back and you let me know, and then I can talk to Reading and see what exactly is going on. But as of right now, it sounds like, as far as Reading's concerned, everything is going, the way that it typically goes. They may get it in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? You never know. They don't wait the 30 days, I guess is what I'm saying to you. It's not that we wait 30 days. It's just they do get it in, but you know what I mean? We have 30 days to do it, so sometimes it does take up to 30 days. Hopefully that's not the case.
Well, I'm not trying to tell you how to run your program. I'm just trying to say, they be a little more, quicker with processing these kind of things when, people are trying to get employed.
Right.
Don't you want
on the other hand, too,
especially
the CDL course, they run the CDL courses all the time. There may be a fall one. You could have also applied, a month ago.
Huh?
You know what I mean? So, there's different things that come into play. We serve the public as best we can, with the people that we have and the resources that we have. Again, we'll get you in and we'll get you services. You have to be determined eligible, too, and that's part of the process. We have to determine your eligibility. So it's not just as simple as applying and starting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty
sure. Unfortunately, that's the nature of VR.
I'm pretty sure I'm overqualified, not underqualified, because I've been, I'm on public assistance and waiting disability for over 4 years. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I meet the qualifications. I have, I gave you my medical records that show, doctor's reports of rheumatoid arthritis and so forth, But I'm trying to make some progress here. Nobody, the government's not trying to give me the benefits that I was entitled to, and so I'm forced to go to work. I'm trying to get a job, and I'm being held up with that as well, because I need to get my CDL.
Totally understood. Totally understood. But like I said, again, you will watch it. If you don't hear from them within the 30 days, and I'm guessing that you're going to. Reading is pretty quick about how they, turn around things.
Not the way she was explaining things to me. She was, it sounded more like there was trying to block me from getting at the program. It was like getting thrown to the side, like she wasn't saying that. First, her story keeps changing. First she said that she was going to assign me to I would be assigned by Friday, and she was going to give it to the supervisor.
And maybe she thought that would, maybe because of the way the week was going, maybe she thought that would be the case this week. Maybe things have come up, I don't know. But again, maybe she was just being a little overzealous on Monday. But the important thing is, you got the application in, you got his medical records. It shouldn't be too hard. If the medical records, are what is needed to fully examine what the limitations are, we should be able to get the process moving fairly easily. So.
Okay. Well, could you speak to them over there so I don't get held up because I'm trying to finish this. I'm trying to get enrolled for this July class that starts the 13th.
Right. Like I said, everything is going normally in Reading. There's nothing to expedite. The person in that office knows that you wanted it expedited. They will let them know, I'm sure. But again, there's nothing to follow up on. I understand you want to get into the July class, but,
Well, I thought these programs were designed, especially for people that were on public assistance, to get them off of public assistance. You know what I mean? And
that's part of it. But again, we have to have a reason without a time to do stuff. It's like me, I just don't think you're giving us enough time to do what we need to do. You know what I mean? It's a process. It's a state agency that provides assistance to people with disabilities. But again, there's a process we have to follow. There's certain things we have to do in order to provide the correct service. And if I could get you in the July training, that would be great. But realistically, we have to work through the process. And right now, Reading did not violate any of the process.
So the process is 30 days minimum.
No, it's 30 days maximum. So within 30 days, you should hear from them. So it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, and it could be up to the 30 days. But I'm guessing you'll probably hear something, more like within 2 to 3 weeks. But it doesn't hurt to follow up with Reading either. You can certainly call them Monday and just say, hey, ask to speak to a supervisor. Say, hey, I dropped my application off Monday of last week. The person I spoke to said that it would be in by Friday. You can talk directly to the supervisors there and see if they can help expedite it.
I asked to speak to the supervisor. She did not want to let me speak to the supervisor. She said she was going to give it to her. She was there that day that I went there to fill out the application. She said she was going to give it to her right now, and that by Friday, call her and they'll tell me who's assigned to my case. And that's what I did. And then when I called today, the story changed. She said she didn't give it to her on Monday, and then she was in there only one other day during the week, and she's not going to be here today. She's not there today, and she's not going to be here all next week. And so.
Do you know who you spoke to?
I really don't know her name, but I'm just guessing it's 2 secretaries. One is the one that did my application.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, just call in next week and just say I'd like to speak to the supervisor. You know what I mean? And you don't have to tell them why or whatever, and just then let the supervisor know your situation. But again, don't be upset if they tell you, we're processing, we're in the middle of processing it. Because again, like I said, we have up to 30 days. We have many, people to serve, and it's what we're given by the government to do what we do.
And she said there's only one supervisor.
Well, there's counseling supervisors, there's many counseling supervisors, there's an administrator, an assistant administrator, so I don't know who they would have been referring to. But if you ask to speak to a supervisor, you should get somebody.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.